for the record.
All right, Zach. So I wanted to ask you, how does it feel to be able to crack the school's top 10 for all-time scoring on home soil? Your first time playing here since you started playing basketball. How does it all feel? What was this moment like with the crowd and your family being there as well?
It was really cool. I mean, being able to say I'm top 10 on Purdue scoring list is kind of a surreal thing to claim. You see the names on that list, all-time Purdue greats. To be able to be up there with something is definitely an honor. And then for the city, like, it's amazing to be back. They really came out, they showed love, they really supported. Every time we needed to pick me up, the crowd was there for us. Every time we got kind of in a little run, the crowd was definitely there for us. It was amazing.
Zach over here. Apart from what you're saying with the crowd earlier, just how can that feed you guys into the game, getting to come back, but also too, how did it feel to play in front of so many friends and family that may have not seen you play before as a Boilermaker?
It was really cool. I think a lot of my friends and family haven't seen me play, period. The only time I was really in Toronto, AAU, sophomore year of high school, junior year of high school, maybe senior year. So kind of be able to come out, have a lot of people come out to really support me and show them the progress I've made. I'm very grateful for these guys at this point.
Michael Green from Sportsnet. Question. Question for Braden. I mean, did you notice anything about Zach going into the game? Maybe how big a moment this was? Was he maybe a little nervous? Anything different that you saw? Was he playing a big game at home?
Personally, no. I think he just kind of does his own thing. He's always just to himself, kind of just focused and locked in. And kind of for us, just to see that, knowing that our leader's doing that, and watching him just kind of helps us kind of focus and lock in as well. So.
Hey, for both of you guys, the first couple minutes of the second half didn't go great. Then you guys got a little two-man game and things kind of loosened up, and then you guys had the big end one there after they took the lead back. What was kind of working for you guys in that second half there that was able to kind of loosen things up offensively for you needed it?
Yeah, Braden was huge in that stretch. I think he had 2 threes, a layup. He hit me for that N1. It just kind of shows growth and development. You can just take over a game when we really need to. That's kind of what he did.
Hey Zach, I have a question, not to get into any specifics here, but for Canadians coming here for the only time all season, can you get into a little bit, just for the people who are confused and don't understand, the specifics of like how hard it is or the complications of being a Canadian student athlete in the United States when it comes to NIL deals and that kind of stuff, and why this is helpful for Canadians to come here?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it helps. You say kind of the NIL deals in America. I'm on a student visa, so I'm not really allowed to do a lot of those deals over there. I can't film a commercial, do anything. Only thing I can really get is like jersey sales when I'm over in America. To be able to come back and do some NIL deals is cool. Obviously, the big thing I was focused on was just winning. But it's really cool. Kind of Purdue helped me try to benefit.
Hi Zach, it's Michael Torres from On-Point Basketball. Just wanted to ask how much playing for Canada basketball this summer will help you going forward in your basketball career?
Hard to say one more time.
How much will playing for Canada basketball this past summer will help you in your professional career upcoming?
I think it helps me every year. I think you kind of see the jumps I make every summer. Team Canada's a big part of that. Like I've done that every year since my freshman year. It's really helped out, kind of just playing in the summer and with the Olympic team, playing really grown men. Like they're fast, they're physical, they play the game forever. To try to learn off them and watch how they kind of do things, it really helps me.
Zach, Alabama obviously shoots a lot of threes, space you out. Grant Nelson's a big guy who dribbles the ball. You're in space a lot. That's something you've obviously worked on the last couple of years. How comfortable do you feel in a game where everything's spaced out and your shooters all over the floor?
I feel good until my foot slips. It's something I really worked on. It's something I kind of really want to defend in space. Being able to really guard on that perimeter, so I take pride in. I think people sometimes try to hunt me. I take pride in the fact that a lot of times that ends up good outcome for our team to try to switch around the guard.
Zach, what kind of challenges did Alabama pose defensively against the game?
Defensively? I mean, they're obviously athletic, very athletic. You have to really shot fake them. They got a lot of guys who just fly in for blocks as soon as you go for anything. They're physical, they're a tough team, and then offensively they just shot the lights out. So to kind of be able to play a really good team that played really well, I'd say that we came on top. It's big for our team.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Got a question for Braden. Welcome to the press conference, Braden. Matt Painter said that a year ago you wouldn't have had a game like this, you wouldn't have had the confidence to do something like this. Just kind of, how did you kind of grow in that regard where, you know, obviously this is Zach's homecoming, he's the go-to player, but it felt like, you know, you stepped up here and said, you know, once Mason hit that three to take the lead, then you hit one right after that. It felt like you kind of felt like you were taking over the game a little bit in that sense.
Yeah, I think it's just the confidence the coaches and players got in me. I think it's also just me realizing really who I am. Last year I thought I tried to play a role as just point guard, get everybody in the ball in the right positions, and not really look for my shot. And now I think just trying to balance scoring and doing the same thing as I did last year. With adding more scoring, I think has helped and opened up a lot more. So.
Hey, Braden, what was that game like? It just seemed so mad that everything was back and forth. Every time you scored, they scored. Every time they scored, you scored. Every mistake could be like a 6-0 run for somebody. Just what was that like without having any margin for error or anything like that?
Personally, I thought it was a fun game. It was kind of intense. The crowd was in it. I mean, as a fan and as a player, just to see it go back and forth like that, I think it's just interesting and kind of keeps you on your feet. You know, I think it's the same way as a player. I mean, we kept doing our thing and we pulled out on top in the end, so that's really all that matters.
That's what Casey.
Braden, Zach, you guys have both, you know, played a good heft of the minutes, but your bench really came through today and all season. How much do they separate you guys from the other teams?
No, that's big time. We have a lot of guys that can go on our team. It's kind of something I kind of harped on. We got a lot of guys who put a lot of trust in. It helps us down the stretch. Like we got guys who can go in certain key moments, and then we can kind of go in at the end and do our thing with fresh legs. So kind of having guys that come off the bench is just really big for us.
I mean, just to piggyback on Z, I mean, we got guys that can play, and everybody's here for a reason. And I mean, I think personally, we got 2 starting 5s on our team, and everybody can start anywhere. And everybody just plays a role, and once they realize their role and they come off the bench and help us, and that's kind of what they do. So.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.